Jambo Z. S-N double O-P D-O double J-Z. D-O double J-Z. D-O double J-Z. Me and my partner in my Impala, coughing up collars, coughing up dollars. Huh? They wanna follow? If they all wanna swallow, doggy dog father. I do it to you real hard, then you getting harder. I gets nada. Bang on mine, bang on mine. Send bounce at the same time. You motherfucking nimbo. Window nympho maniac, bring it back. Shake it up. Put it on the table. Now break it up. Hit to it and put a lighter on the end of it. It really don't matter what you spent on it, as long as you're getting what you paid for. That's what it made for. Is that what you stayed for? Who that different in the Cadillac? Snoop Dogg.
Federal law allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted motion pictures, videotapes, or video discs under certain circumstances without authorization of the copyright holder. This is called fair use and is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody, which doesn't infringe of copyright under 17 U.S.C. 107.
As I might get stopped as a slide by security, giving the props. First thing I do when I get in. So when I first slid in, grab my jit in, get my bid in. Alright, here we go. I think we are ready to go. Nona Sona. Alrighty, yep, that's good. We are live over here and over there. Okay, Snoop Dogg. Smoke till your eyes get cataracts. Snoop Dogg. Who got a girl laying on her back? Okay, we are ready to go. Alright, what's good, everybody? What's good? I'm going to dive right into this. I'm going to try to move through this as quickly as possible, just for the sake of being able to do it. So, let's see what's happening. But first and foremost, I wanted to let everybody know that we have a new sponsor. And this show is being sponsored by none other than the up and coming Soto Films.
Children from fatherless homes in this country 5 times more likely to commit suicide than children who have a father in the home. 32 times more likely to run away. 20 times more likely to have a behavioral disorder. 14 times more likely to become sexually aggressive or commit rape. 10 times more likely to engage in drug abuse. It just breaks my heart. No heat, no judgment.
A woman will open up and say, you know what, not having my father really is a problem, really is an issue. And I wish we could get more black women to just point out, wait a minute, it's not cool that your kids don't have that father. It's not it's not cool that you didn't grow up with yours. It's not, I don't need no man. It's not, fathers don't matter. It's not, niggas ain't shit. It's actually, we as a people, we as a culture, we as a community have to deal with each other. And in dealing with each other, if we're creating children, if we're having little innocent beings who only thing they know about themselves is what we present about ourselves. I don't know if that makes any sense to any of you guys. If you are a Jew and you know that you must be a doctor, a lawyer, or something like that, that matters. Your goal is higher. What you want to be in life is exalted. But if you think about what happens with us as black men, our goal in life is where? What do we have to look up to? Who do we have to look up to? Was our fathers impressive? Was our grandfathers impressive?
Oh shit.
It doesn't even matter what you say sometimes to your children. It's what you do. It's what you have. It's the presence you command. It's the maturity of how you deal with each other and deal with other people. And that's the biggest thing we need in the black community. Where does that start? To me, it's with fathers. If your man is confident, your man is proud. When your man is proud, he loves what he has. He protects what he has when he has these situations. And that's when you, as a woman, as a man, as a family, as a community, that's when we'll be better. When we actually care about each other. It starts with the fathers. It starts with the relationship and the children.
Boom. There it is. Buy the movie exclusively at www.afatherlessamerica.com. That's what's up. I am extremely proud of my brother Tommy Sotomayor. He did an awesome film. Man, it was definitely more than what I thought it would be. It was incredible. So if you have not seen it, you should see it. If you have seen it, you need to send it to somebody else so that they can see it. Just go to afatherlessamerica.com and there you can check it out. I believe you can rent it and purchase it from there. So it is an awesome movie. It's a great film. I believe that he is doing the right thing, man, by our people, man. I definitely can say that he is calling out the things that need to be called out, and the only way that you can bring about change is by starting the conversation, and he's definitely done that. So shout out to Tommy. Salute to you, brother. And salute to Brandon Storeball, first person in the chat. That's what's up. And also to Kennison Barbie. He was the first one over on the UGOA channel. That's what's up, man. I appreciate that, man. Definitely buy it and check it out, man. It is a good film. You will not be disappointed. So let's go ahead and move right into this thing. If you have not heard, Gwinnett County was cracking the other day, and this police officer really got it in. Here's two police officers. They really got it in on these young cats, on this young dude, and it was really something to see. Now, most of you guys who have seen this or haven't seen this, you know me. I am a child of a policeman. I come from a police family, and I have been in law enforcement for, I did like 2 years as a reserve deputy, and I can tell you right now, this is one of the most embarrassing scenes that I have ever witnessed in law enforcement. What these two cats did was just, well, let's just watch it. So I'm going to show you the raw film first, and then we'll go back and actually go through what the news and stuff showed. So let's do that. Alrighty. And let's turn that on. Boom. Yep. And yep. Ready to go? Yes. Let's do this. Let me start it again just to be sure. Oh no, this is it. Yeah, you're gonna see it. This is what I wanted to show you. Never mind. So you see the dude is clearly cuffed. Boom. Oh. Yeah. Yeah. What's up, Terrence? Okay. Okay. All right. Now, for those of you who may not have seen this, essentially what happened was this was a traffic stop, okay? And this dude was being pulled over, and I believe all they got him on was like a traffic citation and some marijuana. So they got him for weed and whatever traffic violation he had. How it got to where this dude literally got punched in the face and then stomped by another officer, I don't get it. The fact that they did it with their hands cuffed, the fact that they did it at all, it was just some of the worst shit I've ever seen. I mean, it was totally uncalled for, totally unprovoked. I don't give a damn whatever the hell he did. They literally went too far. And they lost their jobs for it. And in my opinion, shit was rightfully so. You do some shit like that to somebody, you deserve to lose your job, to get sued, civil suit, whatever the case may be. The dude was fucking handcuffed and he wasn't even resistant. And I don't care what happened before that. He could have been on a wild goose chase. He could have been speeding or whatever the case may be. If you gonna beat somebody's ass, fight him head up. Don't try to sit there and be a tough guy or be a bad thinking you a badass when the dude is not only cuffed but he laying down on the ground and here you come with your fucking bait shoes and gonna stomp him in the face. You a piece of shit.
But first, shocking video tonight, now leading Gwinnett County Police.
Right, look at the hate in them. Look at the hate in them. That's funny.
The driver whose hands are raised.
A second video surfaced yesterday showing another officer stomping on the driver's head. Now both officers are out of a job and potentially facing criminal charges.
There you go, right there. Those are your two assholes. I think his name was not Ronald, but Robert McDonald. And this dude was something Giovanni or some shit like that.
Live's Ron Jones is following the investigation tonight. Ron?
Yeah, and this video is shocking. They both happened in broad daylight as motorists were passing by. Now, the chief says what was caught on cell phone video is not only disturbing, but very embarrassing.
Absolutely.
Okay, take your phone out.
So here we go right here. That's the first officer.
Two jaw-dropping cell phone videos showing the disturbing action.
And so here's my thing. So it's like, okay, this dude may not have done what you wanted him to do. He may not have pulled over. He may have drove an extra 10 miles or did an AC and OJ Simpson deal where he just kept driving and finally pulled over, whatever. Dude had some weed on him, so I'm sure he was maybe trying to hide the weed, eat the weed, smoke the weed up, whatever he was trying to do. Once you get him pulled over and this dude is getting out of the car, hands up, anything you do trying to beat his ass, now if you want to take him to the ground or put him up against the car to put the cuffs on him a little rough, I get that if he sends you through some trouble. But that shit there, straight bullshit. Absolutely. That shit was totally fucking uncalled for.
Of two Gwinnett County police officers during two jaw-dropping cell phone videos showing the disturbing actions of two Gwinnett.
Embarrassing.
He got his hands up. The dude moves his hands so that he can get a better shot at him.
Two jaw-dropping cell phone videos showing the disturbing actions of two Gwinnett County police officers during a traffic stop.
Oh.
The first video, released on Wednesday, went viral on social media. It shows the handcuffed driver, identified as Demetrius Hollins, on the ground and in handcuffs.
I'm really surprised he didn't look worse than that.
Officer. And moments later, the second officer, identified as Robert McDonald, shows up to assist with the arrest.
I thought that
McDonald then runs up and stomps the helpless handcuffed Hollins in the head.
Disturbed me, and as it disturbed everyone who actually witnessed that video.
Within 24 hours of that video being released, Officer McDonald was fired. During a press conference, the chief calls McDonald's
I swear it seemed like he said Ronald McDonald.
Yesterday at the hands of one of my former officers was embarrassing, not only to the Gwinnett County Police Department, but to all law enforcement. We hold our officers accountable for their actions.
And the dude is laying on the ground, he's cuffed, and he's looking up, talking to the officer, whatever the fuck he's doing, and this dude literally just comes running out of his vehicle, and mind is made up, I'm about to kick the shit or stomp the shit out of this dude's face.
In 24 hours, the Gwinnett County Police Department held this officer accountable for his actions.
But just hours after today's press conference, this second cell phone video surfaces of that same controversial traffic stop. It shows veteran Sergeant Michael Bongiovanni pulling the driver out of the red car.
That's his name. Bongiovanni and
stands
McDonald.
with his hands raised, a sign of surrender. The sergeant rears back.
What the
and
fuck else do
punches
you
the
want? You
driver
missed your
whose hands
opportunity
remained raised.
to whoop ass. He got his hands
very
up.
upset. I'm mad. I'm sick that the second video showed up.
Police Chief Ayers says Sergeant Bongiovanni hid his actions from investigators.
I'm
Look at
glad
that
that
shit.
the second video
I'm gonna
was
move your
forwarded
hand.
to
He
us.
basically moved his hand out of the way
We've been able to move
to set him
swiftly
up to hit his
the
ass.
supervisor who
That's a
not only
cheap
stepped
shot,
outside
man.
of his training in state law, but he failed to tell us what happened in the incident report and the use of force reports.
So here's what he did. So because the dude was fucked up and in the hospital and all that, the dude lied. Officer Giovanni, he lied on his regular report and he lied on his use of force report. So this motherfucker is all the way wrong, and this is why I truly believe this. In a lot of instances, there are law enforcement officers that have, you know, issues because they weren't well trained. This dude right here, this is totally different. Dead ass wrong. This is classic police brutality, abuse of power, all that shit, textbook right here. This is some shit that you just should not do. And the fact that that officer didn't know he was being recorded, it just showed his true colors. Now, are all police officers like this? No. To whatever people that may be watching this and want to say, see, this how police do you. This ain't how it always goes. But at the end of the day, the fact that that dude did what the fuck he did, he deserved to lose his pension and he deserved to lose his job. Absolutely. This was well warranted. And I'm quite sure there's a lawsuit ensuing for both of those motherfuckers and the department.
And we should also point out, not only have these officers been fired, but the chief also tells 11 Alive News that they have launched a criminal investigation that will be sent to the DA's office for possible prosecution. Sheba?
All right, Ron, thank you. And our camera was there as Demetrius Hollins bonded out of jail today on traffic and possession of marijuana charges.
Traffic
he
and
didn't
possession
say
of
much as he left
marijuana.
the jail with his
Come on,
attorneys who said that he was okay but headed to the hospital to be checked out.
Police say they plan to take a look
That's
at
the stomper
Sergeant
right
Michael
there.
Bongiovanni's personnel file tomorrow. But here's what we know about Master Police Officer Robert McDonald. He had been with the Gwinnett
I don't
County
know
Police.
what the fuck a master police officer is. I don't know what the hell that is, but yeah, maybe that's part of, I don't know, it's like a master sergeant or some shit like that. I don't know. Maybe it's a police officer that's been a police officer for so long, but I guess. What you say, Titus, he was listening to Kurt Franklin stomp inside the car. Makes me clap my hands, make me wanna dance, stomp. That's exactly what the fuck he did.
His personnel file includes 7 incidents, including 2 connected with Wednesday's traffic stop, and 3 use of force incidents, including on Wednesday. We tried to dig into the.
So now that's bogus. They did pad the little stats there because they made it seem like it was 3, but it was actually that 1, and then the other one there were 2 that they counted as 7. So it was really 5 and 2. But whatever.
National numbers about police
That shit
brutality,
was
but we were
bogus as
unable to
hell.
do so, and here's why. The
Master
FBI
for
relies
slavery.
on police
Massa.
departments to
That's massa.
voluntarily submit brutality statistics to them. We hooked up with the Cato Institute's Police Misconduct Department, which tracks all of these cases.
Yep.
And this map shows all the reported cases of misconduct that they found in the year 2015. It includes everything from shootings, assaults, and officer-involved DUIs. The Cato Institute said that they found at least 1,000 police officer shootings in America in just 2 years. The FBI now is working on a system to try and better track the use of force cases.
It is Master Sergeant. Gotcha. So it's like this, man. The fact that they did that shit, this was just clear cut. I mean, there was really like just no fucking justification for what they did. And I know a lot of times we'll be watching police video and you won't get to see what took place beforehand. But this dude was actually being taken out of the car. So whatever happened or transpired before that, with him cussing him out, not stopping, not doing whatever, it is not warranted for a dude who's getting out with his fucking hands up for you to move his hand out the way so that you can still on his ass. Once you get him to the ground, your partner, who was probably chasing him with you, he runs out the car and goes up in the air, comes down with a stomp. The shit looked like something out of WWF video, WWF wrestling match. So that was shitty, and it's like, I'm so glad that they fucking lost their job. That was some shit, because and it's not so much as just in this incident, but that should send a message. I hope that it sends a message to other police officers. Number one, do the right thing, because you never know who's watching. And the fact that you don't know who's watching should be enough, but even more so, the fact that you need to be able to live with yourself and say, hey, did I do good police work right here? No, we're not all perfect. Yes, we all make mistakes, but that's some shit right there that should just never happen. It should just never happen. And it's like the fact that it did, I hope that they are sending a message to all of these fucking police officers that would do some shit like that. It's not a large number of them. It's a very small percentage of them. But at the end of the day, it still happens, and it shouldn't be. It's just like people that abuse children and beat kids and all that type of shit. That's just something that just shouldn't happen. I don't give a fuck how stressed you are, how tired you are, how depressed you are, how high you are. I don't care. You shouldn't get to do that to a child and then live a normal, regular life. And those two police officers should not have gotten to do what they did to that man being arrested for a fucking traffic violation and some weed. He didn't deserve that. He just did not deserve that. That, at the end of the day, I don't give a fuck how frustrated you are, how stressed out you are, how upset you are. You should never be that kind of cop on duty. Plain and simple. I don't want to hear shit about suffering from PTSD. I don't want to hear shit about, he thought, he had previous run-ins. I don't give a fuck. You should never, ever, ever lose that kind of control to where you're doing that to a person who has their hands up and are literally submitting to your authority. Plain and simple. So, it is what it is. But look at the Hispanic cop in Newark, police shooting against 2 black men. I haven't seen that. I'm gonna have to look that up. I'll take a look at it. It's amazing they are blatant when in today's time there's always someone recording. You know what it is though, Carlos? It's like they get to the point to where you get so complacent and you get so used to doing what you do that it becomes second nature to you. It becomes something where you don't think, oh shit, I'm about to do this, let me make sure. No, you think that it's the thing to do. You're so used to that dysfunction that it becomes normal to you, and you are clearly okay with it. So it's like that whole thing of just being comfortable and being just, relaxed in that environment that you in. Because my thing is this, the way that they did that shit, they've done that plenty of times before. Those 2 fucks right there, they've done that to plenty of other people. I can guarantee you that. That ain't the first time that they did that where they lost control and that happened. No way. They've done that before. Yeah, they have done that before. And it's like, right, just like you said, in reality TV shows, it's like you eventually forget that the cameras are around. You do. The cameras are posted up. I mean, that's just like with criminals that go and rob stores. There was a dude in Chicago that just shot up a fucking bus. He was on the school bus, got off the school bus. I mean, not the school bus. It was a CTA bus, a public transportation bus. He was on the bus, rode the bus, got off the bus. And as he gets off the bus, he shoots, just lets some shots ride off into the back of the bus. Like, who the fuck does that? And he's on camera doing it. He's clearly on camera doing it. It's just a matter of them catching him. So it's like, it is what it is, man. It's like, people will forget those cameras are out there. They forget people are recording. They forget all of that shit. And they just think, I'm going to do what I do because I'm so used to doing it. Because like he said, there have been complaints made about him before. There have been reports written about him before. And he just lied and got through them. Just like he did with the other one. With this one, he lied on the report. He lied on the general report, and he lied on the use of force report. So it is what it is. Absolute power corrupts absolutely. Right. Brian, you a traitor like LeBron leaving the Shy. I just met Kels a month back. Hey man, it's too cold there, brother. This motherfucking, what was it? It was 94 degrees here in Dallas. Hey, man. And it was what? 55 in fucking Chicago? I'm good. Y'all can have that shit. Y'all can have it. Enjoy it. But I just wanted to hit this up real quick. Hey, this was some bullshit. I'm so glad that those officers lost their job. I hope that this will be something that will send a message to everybody that's in that department and abroad. That's one of the reasons why I wanted to do this show. Hey, send this story to other police officers, to other people, just so people can see, hey man, I try to call it both ways, fair and down the middle. This was clearly a good, bad, and the ugly gone all the way wrong. Those cops were way the fuck off. They were way out of line, and they got what they deserve, and there's probably going to be more to follow on the financial side of the game. Dude's probably going to get him a nice little settlement, and hopefully he can move on with his life. So I hope that this video helps somebody become a better version of themselves. Thank you to everybody that tuned in. I don't know what was going on with my notifications today, but I didn't even get notified on my phone for the channel for when I went live on both channels. I don't know what's happening, but it is what it is. YouTube and its shenanigans are always doing what they do. But that's something else. I can't even worry about that. I just got to do what I do. But to anybody, to see if anybody has donated, I don't know. I don't think so. Let me see. It's taking all day to sign in, and nope. There we go. So I just want to say thank you to everybody that checked it out. Yeah. Oh, you did get the notification? That's good. Okay. Well, I don't know what happened on my end today, but it didn't come through. So maybe I'll just do the re-sign and sign back up where you do the subscribe and unsubscribe and click the little bell and click it again. So appreciate everybody for checking it out, and everybody on the United Guns of America who checked it out. Please remember, it's better to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. Let's see. I only had 2 people over there on the UGOA side. I should have switched the things, but I forgot again. This can't be the first time they've acted like this. Yeah. Thank you, Nick Chick. There we go. Appreciate you for coming through. Make sure y'all click the like, click the subscribe if you haven't, and click the share button. It's always good to see everybody. Thank you so much. Peace, and I'm out.